here. There we go. Hello, hello, what's up? What's up, JS? What's up, Maria and Sally? Okay. We still were looking at that one. And then we had these people. I think that's, yes, we only had two we left off last time. What's up, Langois? Lang Lewis? What's up, Marie? What's up, Amber? Happy moon. Happy full moon, Bonnie. What's up, What's up, CJ Justine? Good to see you. We'll give it a fair chance. Everybody get in here before we start. What's up, Sonny? Good to see you too. You're a Scorpio. First time in a live? That's awesome. You know, I haven't actually looked out the moon tonight yet, but I will definitely. Here. What's up, Shiva? What's up, Tara? Today's color of the day is pink. Today's been definitely a self-love day, hasn't it? In the best of ways. Realizations. Get this rolling. Perfect. Make sure it's steady. Yeah, I have honeycombs on my neck. And then there's 2 bees on each side. Well, 1 bee on each eye. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, that looks good. Perfect. And then we get this back out. Perfect. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and put this over here. Yeah, that's good right there. Self-love day for sure. Alrighty, guys. We're going to also be here for about an hour and 30 minutes today. It'll be a little bit of a shorter stream, but tomorrow we'll go back into like the 2.5 to 3 hour stream. Hey, Live Infinity, what's up? What's up, Zoe? What's up, LA? What's up, Natalie? Howdy, howdy. Our decks today, of course, we always use our handy dandy Boxer's Oracle. And then our tarot today is the Law of Attraction Tarot. This is a dope deck. It was actually the second official tarot deck I ever got myself. The first one was called the 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧. And then this one I got a few months after. It's really a powerful deck. It's created by, let's see, who is it created by? You know, I don't think they have the author's name on here. It just says made in Italy. Oh, wait. Artwork by... Okay. So the artwork and the creator are 2 different people. The artwork was by Simone Gabrielli. And then the actual creator of the tarot spread is named Marina Rovita. And I got it like a local spiritual shop, but you could probably find it online if you're called to it. Alrighty, guys. So before we start in today's reading, let's go ahead and explain the breakdown options. All right. So on a live YouTube reading with me, you have 3 options. Number 1 is the complete free option, which I ask you to be here and go ahead and comment your name, your zodiac, and a yes/no question format. So an example would be, is this my soulmate? Is spirit calling me to make a new job change? have my spiritual gifts been increasing recently? You can ask things like that, things I can answer in yes, no, but I go far more in depth than just saying the words yes, no. The second option you guys have is the super chatting option. So if you click on your screen at the bottom corner, you should see a little, either like a coin or a money emblem, etc. And basically that is an option where people are allowed to go ahead and exchange whatever they feel they would like to a creator. With that being said, if you are somebody here who super chats, you are 1000% guaranteed your answer in this live stream. If you're a free person, it's randomized. It's who I feel my soul's called to, and also what I see that they're following those three criteria: the name, the zodiac, and yes, no question. So if you want your reading 1000% of a doubt answered, you super chat. And there is a whole breakdown I've made. Okay, so if you click on your screen, you're going to see the description of this live. And if you go in there, you're going to see the little grid chart I created, aka the amount you choose to exchange. I am promising a certain amount of cards and energy and time I put into your reading. If you're interested in super chatting, click on the description of the live and you'll see the breakdown. The third option, last but definitely not leastly, if you become a member of the team. So being subscribed and being a member to a creator are two different things. Subscriber is what most of you are here. And like when you like the creator, you go ahead and you subscribe. The membership is an exclusive benefit on top of all that individual creators already media and etc. that they produce. You get exclusive access and exclusive benefits. So my membership team, I have 3 different tiers. Tier 1 and up all receive 2 extra videos every single week. Tier 2 and up receive 5 extra videos every week. And also the members are prioritized, meaning if I look up and I see that little emblem, shows me the Spartan emblem, and your name is green, you are getting your reading, no shadow of a doubt. But I am thankful to have you guys here no matter what you do. Remember, no matter if you are a gifter, if you are a free person, if you are a member of the team, if I call on your name, you are getting my full attention in your reading. Is perfect. So we are good to go ahead and start, and this is going to be our dynamic. Okay, so I left off with 2 people in the last live stream, the 2 super chatters. We're going to go ahead and start with them. Then we're going to do about 20 to 30 minutes of free people, and then we're going to go into our first group of super chatters. We only have 2 super chatters on streams, so we'll go ahead and let that first one formulate while we answer these 2 individuals. All right. So last stream, we left off first with Linda Marcella, and she wanted to know, is Johnny interested in a relationship with you? Is Johnny interested in a relationship with you? Let's see. Yeah, this person definitely wants to make this new force. I see somebody that's very active, assured of themselves. Hasn't been the easiest road, but somebody that's clouded noise, not trusting his intuition, not allowing himself to be afraid of his own feminine force anymore, seems to be his top priority. I mean, I see somebody that's acknowledged his cloudy days, and he's like, I don't have to be there anymore. I do see somebody that wants something more serious with you. All right. Perfect. All right, Belinda Moya, you just wanted a general pull. Let's go ahead and give you a general pull. So you're allowing people to wonder about you. And what I see that means is you used to be an over-explainer. You felt like you didn't want to leave any room for misassumptions and etc. And even though that's beautiful about you, you have no choice how somebody chooses to take something. You can try to be as clear and attentive and genuine and kind as you possibly can be, but if they want to see red, they'll see red. What I'm hearing right now is Spirit's very proud of you for not letting the individuals that try to get under your skin take it anymore. You don't even give them your energy. In fact, you instantly deflect back to them what they're trying to send you. You have a lot of people that are very happy and comforted by you. And understand that sometimes people only pick on you because they're jealous. And it can be jealous of things like your happiness, seeing your light, literally. Doesn't always have to be they're jealous of the life you have, jealous of a car, jealous of a person that you're with. It can literally just be jealous of your light. Spirit's very proud of you. They want you to know right now, like, your law of attraction is high vibrational, and you're correct. You do not owe anybody an explanation. All right, so that was who we left off with last time. I'm going to go ahead now and start formulating that first group of super chatters, okay? All right, and because we're only doing a short stream tonight for 1 hour and 30 minutes, right now, everybody I list is going to be, trying to think real quick. I'll do this. 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we're going to go ahead and everybody that's super chatted up to about 10 more minutes from now will be the first group. And then I'll announce everybody else after that point is going to be in that second group of super chatters. But we'll go one at a time. Let's go ahead now and start that first group. I'll write you guys down. All right. Number 1 in today's first group is Sunny. What's up? Sunny Rain. All right. You've been added. Number 2 in today's group is JS. General got you. All right. CJ Justine. You're going to be number 3 today. All right. Zoe. You are going to be number 4 today. All right. Scroll down. Number 5, that's Jamaica. Jamaica me crazy. You're number 5. Number 6 is Marina N. All right, perfect. So in 10 minutes, I will go ahead and write down the last names for the first group of super chatters. But we are about to do about 25 to 30 minutes of free people. Okay? So it resumes free readings right now. Please make sure you do the 3 things. I need you to put your name. I need you to put a yes/no question and your zodiac sign. And if the reading aligns with you, I please ask for you to be subscribed to me as well. Okay? Let's do this. And so we said 10 to 30. So what's 30 minutes from now? All right, perfect. Write that down. That's 30 minutes from now. All right. Let's do this. All right, Amber, you're an Aries. You would like to know, will you and Mark be in an official relationship this year? Are you and Mark going to be in an official relationship this year? Okay, I do see Spirit going ahead and stating this masculine, they're not quite ready. This year, Spirit says to feel free. There is still time towards the end of the year that he could come back sooner. But I definitely feel Spirit stating that right now you're in a divine intervention, okay? This masculine definitely has more of his own ego death to occur. All right. Maria, Christine, thank you for being a member. All right. Let's go ahead and give you a reading. You're a Leo. Well, Russell, who's an Aquarius, he went silent, and you want to know if you should let the connection go. So this person went silent on you, and you're wanting to know if you should let them go. I hear ruthless words, and I hear Christmas bells. Spirit's definitely stating, like, it hurts being in his mind, it like really hurts. He's very ruthless on himself. I mean, he beats himself up. I'm hearing that this person's going to end up reaching out to you around Christmas. There is probably some form of, it's interesting, I've never really channeled this before, but I just see skydiving. I don't know if this person has decided that they wanted to go skydiving recently, and there's just kind of this experience that they've been through where it's not the intensity of a near-death experience, but it's something that makes you really like appreciate life again, but not because of a scary reason, because of a grateful reason. And maybe just a sign I'm picking up on is, and like for Christmas or etc., maybe somebody is even getting him like going skydiving with him. This is something that is going to be one of those random deep synchronizations and confirmations later on when you're back together. But it does feel like towards the end of December, there being also this surfacing with you. This is a new collective I've started channeling on in the past 2 days. If you guys have heard of the June-July collective, that's still completely formulating. But there's this new message I'm receiving of some people in December receiving like not even just a resolution or a new relationship, like a return, and it doesn't go backwards. Like a return where you're able to really actually slice away the parasite. All right. All right, 𝗨𝗓𝗧, you're a Capricorn, and you'd like to know, is your business going to take off this year? Okay, I hear that you've done that organized structure, schedule. You're allowing yourself to understand the ebbs and flow. You can't overwork, but you can't undermine either. I do see somebody that is not their own worst critic, okay? And they want me to say it that way for a purpose, because there's some people around you that really have ridiculed you, said things that weren't true, didn't believe in you. And what I'm hearing is you have faith in yourself, but it's more that fear in trusting others. And the longer this goes on, you're going to need help. You're not going to be able to do everything yourself. So I'm hearing it will be successful, but you have to be open to not needing control over the whole dynamic. It doesn't come from malevolency. It comes from fear of things messing up. All right. Christina Rodriguez, you are an Aries, and you like to know, is Hector going to end up with you? Are you and Hector going to end up together? I do see the small details, paying attention. Not necessarily in preparation right now. I do see that there's more ending up for you two. But you are also somebody that is channeled in with this message I've received about 3 to 9 months. There's about 3 to 9 more months between you guys before there's even a sign of spirit stating this is clear waters. There's muck. He sees where his parasite is. He sees where the venom, where the oil has slipped in his river. But it takes time to clean it out. Just because you see it doesn't mean it disappears. So he's getting his act together. There's things he's like receiving a karmic balance for. And it's going to take him about 3 to 9 more months, depending on his left path, right path choices. All you can simply do is be at peace with fate and allow yourself to continue forward. It'll align at the right time. Joanna Fernandez, thank you for being a member. Remember, guys, members are prioritized, meaning if I look up and see that your name is green and has the Spartan logo, you're 1000% getting your reading. All right. You're a Cancer, and he's an Aries, Joanna, and you don't know what's going on. He says he's in love, but his actions don't show it. Okay, so let's see what he has. I see somebody that he does love you, but there's this energy of complacency. Somebody that feels like things have been this way for so long. He's proven himself, and he's a very simplistic type of individual. You are also very traditional in the sense of like family values, but you're very progressive when it comes to emotions and care and affection and both people being balanced. You have somebody that's still very inwards and doesn't even want to know his emotions. See, there's a difference. When somebody's ready to face that stuff head on, you can get through things. But if somebody's straight up just keeping the door locked, it's like continuously like beating on a door that somebody's never going to open. What Spirit's wanting you to know is they're not stating this is a horrible relationship, that this timeline being with them is messing everything up, but there is neglect emotionally. There is something that if he doesn't really, if you guys haven't gone to therapy or really tried to sit down and him hear you out, you know, you're going to get tired. You are going to get to that point. You're already tired, but you're going to get to that point where you're like, you know what? It's just not fucking worth it. So if you've already gone to therapy and this stuff is still happening, you may have some decisions to change in your life. But if you haven't gone to therapy, that's a great next step for you two to go down. Just look up the reviews of the therapist, of course, because therapists are amazing as long as they care genuinely about their clients, their patients. You just gotta look at reviews. I'm gonna take a drink really quick as well. All right, Chanel, you're a Cancer. What is your next step? So you're not letting people get the best of you. Even if somebody passes your boundaries, even if somebody wants to enact a response, you understand the power and your control of your behaviors. And a lot of times, people just want your attention no matter if it's good or bad. A narcissistic individual or somebody that enjoys giving others pain, they are looking for a form of attention. And any attention, no matter if it's you're complimenting them or you're having a good back and forth or they're belittling you and they're making you feel uncomfortable and they can see it visually, any form of acknowledgement to them is good acknowledgement. And what I'm hearing is you've understood the best thing you can do to a narcissist is actually give them nothing. No reaction, no emotion. You pretend they don't exist. And I'm only meaning for people that deserve it. I'm not saying that do this for individuals who are just having their moments. I'm talking about individuals like this is in their DNA. They are narcissistic and you have to put that boundary up no matter what, no matter who you are to them, everybody. They will use if the person allows them to their own mom, to their best friend, to their significant other, to their coworker, don't matter. I see that you really released a toxic person from your life and Spirit's very proud of you. So continue to not let people pass your boundaries and also remember, again, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is never even for 1 second give that person your reaction. All right, Janisha, thank you for being here, and you are a member. All right, awesome. So you're a Cancer, and you like to know, is there reconciliation for you and Salin? Let's see, is there reconciliation for you two? Yeah, I do see reconciliation. Your story is not over. I feel it's protected. I feel it's guided. And I don't feel the summertime coming in. I feel it leaving. I'm getting a time frame. May and June. Okay, there's something changing between, I know we're in May right now, and I don't see us leaving June before there's a change between you two. If you guys don't live close to each other where you can run in, I mean, there's an exchange of your energy, whether that's him blowing over this sense of like, I hear stubbornness, like somebody's choosing not to reach out to you. They feel like you're the one that's supposed to reach out to them. But you're both in a pretty big misunderstanding, and I see that there's going to be this acknowledgement to you before June is over. All right. Tara B, you are an Aquarius sun, and you'd like to know, have you helped your lineage heal or broken any generational curses? Yeah, you absolutely have. So not only did your family have curses when it came to romantic love, I'm hearing it was like, in general, your whole family have really tended to be loners, even to each other. Like I feel that even when you're all surrounded, it just feels like there's such a disconnect. Everybody wants to understand the others, but it's like two people can never get along at once. It's like there's always one family member who you all can't even explain it, but it's like all of you will, at different times in your life, this is not one fixed person I'm talking about, at different times, it's like everybody like blames one person for being the problem of the whole entire family. Like, if you wouldn't have done this, this wouldn't have led to that. And then it was switched to like one child being the favorite child to another one. It's a very manipulative energy. Okay, and what I'm hearing is you stop that cycle. No matter if you're a mom now or if you're going to be, what I'm hearing is you face that head on. To break a generational curse, you can't avoid it. You can't have antidote for it. You have to go directly through it, straight on. The example that just keeps coming to my head is if you guys have seen Agatha All Along, the TV show on Disney Plus, and if you haven't, I really recommend it. Honestly, guys, I'm not fucking partnered with fucking Disney. I'm just saying this because I enjoy the show. Okay, so I never even thought I was gonna like it. I was like, oh god, here's a tarot show. You know, just like that tarot movie that came out. When it came out, I was like, oh, this is gonna be bullshit. You know, so I didn't really even give it a chance. But my wife ended up watching it, and she was like, you gotta watch this. Like, it's good. They don't butcher it. They actually respect tarot in a lot. Like, they get a lot of stuff right. And I was like, all right, cool, let's see. And I watched it, and I was amazed, actually, by how much real representation is in that show. Like, they did their homework. Marvel did their fucking homework. And there's this one episode where it's about them literally breaking a generational curse for one of the witches. And it's talking about how you have to literally go fucking head straight first into it. And if you guys are looking for a show that's going to bring you some faith and make you still feel all the emotions and isn't like just squeaky clean, really is about like helping you channel and process things, but still can be a comfort show, I really recommend you watch that. All right. Let's see. Christina Rodriguez, you're an Aries, and you'd like to know, is the person you're thinking about, are you going to end up together with them? Are you going to end up together with them? Yeah, you're in a divine intervention. So when I state that you're going to end up together, you must remember there is an energy forecast with life. Everybody has freedom of will, but we can't dictate timelines. We can see where a person's higher self is telling us they're going to end up being. With that being said, though, if somebody were to completely, and I mean like left field, change who they are, if he went back into his tendencies of having a substance abuse issue, etc., we would no longer be with that same person. It would take him backtracking an immense amount of his work for this energy forecast to change. So when I say that, take that faith and trust that this is going good. It does show you two being back together. It does show the stars aligning. There's internal battles, there's internal wars, but I see a man that's persevering. I see a man that's not wanting to go back to his old tendencies. So I do see a ability for you two to have a silver lining. Right now, though, it's definitely divine intervention. All right. So I'm going to call it for the first group of super chatters right now. Everybody that has super chatted up to this moment is going to be on the first group. And then everybody else after, it will be the second group, okay? So let's go ahead and add everybody since Maria. Was that the last individual I wrote down for? Yeah, Maria. All right. The next person was Alvin. What's up, homie? You're number 7. All right. And Janisha, thank you for joining the membership team. You will get a Law of Attraction pull as a thank you and a welcome. That's another thing, guys. If you guys join the membership team while you're on a live, I get a notification, and then I give you a Law of Attraction card pull as a thank you and a welcome into joining the membership team. Along your on top of that, along your prioritized reading, and you're also able to ask general questions, and you get all those extra videos every single week. I make it good for y'all. And that's just the beginning. Look at the rest of the benefits if you're called, because there's three tier levels. All right, so then, okay, so Christina, you went ahead right before I called it. So our first super chatter for this group is Sunny, and the last is Christina. Now, everybody after this point who super chats will be on the last group, okay? But we're still going to do some free people. We're going to do about 10-15 more minutes of free people, and then we'll go into that first group. Vera Marie, you're a Sagittarius, and you would like to know that now that you've set boundaries, has the dynamic changed with Corey, and are his feelings deepening? The spirits see his feelings deepening for you. So Spirit is letting me know they still have the same attraction, but there is the sense of this person would, with time, hope you wear down and get back to who you used to be. This person kind of feels like they just have to fly and act a certain way, and then once they have you back again, they can kind of just revert to their old tendencies. You know, Spirit's very proud of you for those healthy boundaries. You're listening, but there's still some inner work. Yes, this person loves you, but I don't see them having the ability to be a healthy partner. But that doesn't mean we run away from people. Maybe you two just need to make sure there's not intimacy right now. He needs to respect that boundary deeply. That's what I have for you. All right. All right. Hey, Brother Eric. Good to see you. But remember, man, for the free readings, it is not a general poll. It's a yes-no question. So if I see you again, bro, I'll answer it as long as you did that, all right? Lydia, you're a Sagittarius. Is the person you're communicating with on social media someone from the past? I feel like you're asking about past life more than if you've met them already. And if like this energy of like, I mean, that question could be taken two ways. Like, is somebody catfishing you? Or is this somebody you've met in a past life? And I feel more called to ask the past life part. This is not your first lifetime together. Words have never been spoken in this existence. You've never met each other in this physical world, but this is a soul tie. This is somebody that your heart does know. You've had past lives together. It's not your first rodeo. I keep hearing. It's not your first rodeo together. You could even, like, that's funny, but I mean, everything connects. You honestly could have even kind of a, you could have a past life in the late 1800s together. That's what I'm really seeing with this. Like, mid to late 1800s was your first life that you experienced with this person. There's going to be more that formulates in this life. Right. Right. Assorted Tarot. Your name is Tyler, and you would like to know, let's see, are you on your highest timeline right now? Are you on your highest timeline right now? Spirit says you don't have to wait for anything else. You're in a time of speaking up. No matter if it's the littlest thing like you asked for, go with me here. The littlest thing like you asked for a ranch with your pizza and they forgot to give it to you, and you just go, oh, it's fine. I'm not going to say anything. To being like, no, I paid for that. Like, I'm gonna ask for it. Something as small as being definitive and allowing your purpose. Okay, this is a good example. I'm on a live. Sometimes there's moments I have to go ahead and think about my examples a little bit longer. It's authentic, it's real, it's raw, it's what it is. So the way I'm going to reword this, no matter if it's something as small as standing up for yourself, like stating, hey, I paid for extra dipping sauce, can I please have that? To something as big as sticking up for a complete moral compass, not allowing something like to happen in front of you that would go against your the deepest moral compass. Long story short, Spirit is stating right now you should speak up. Spirit is stating right now, I mean, the expression, you have earned your spot. You're not supposed to let people walk all over you. And there's a time and a place to be a fly on the wall, and then a time and a place to speak up and talk about the elephant in the room. And they're very proud of you. They're very, very proud of you, because we allow people to be kind of in the beginning of dynamics, allow people to see how far they can push us. We set healthy boundaries within the first 2 months of knowing the person. And to be quite frank, after that point, it is hard to change your dynamic with somebody, as long as it's in the sense of kind of like a negative point. Now, if we're talking about two people that progress together, it's a different story. But if you have somebody in your life that's still a little bit more in their ego, one of their first lives, etc., those things, like the first 2 months, setting the dynamic between you two is where that importance comes in. So Spirit's very proud of you. Continue to speak up. Continue to know that your voice needs to be heard. Also, guys, I'm right now in the running to be on Inc. magazine. For the ones of you here that aren't aware of what that is, it's like the world's biggest tattoo, like magazine, media coverage, company, etc. And I'm currently in the running, and I'm actually first place in my group. The first cuts are going to be in 3 days, and the voting's been going on for 8 days now. If you guys would help me out and vote for me, that would be phenomenal. So on my YouTube posts, that little community tab page, I have it there. I have it linked. You may just have to scroll down one, because the most recent post, I think, is me talking about going on live. But the one right underneath it, it has the link. And it's free to join, or it's free to vote. Vote once, because once you vote, it's going to say, do you want to vote 10? Do you want to pay $10 to do 10 votes? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't pay for any votes, okay? Just do the one free one, please. And I'm asking you, please don't pay for any. Like, use that money for yourself. The free vote once a day if you can do it every day, if you can remember, is awesome. But even if you just do it once right now, that would mean everything to me. So when we get off the live, if you could just go over there, it's really easy. All you do is you click on it, and then it verifies who you are through your Facebook. That way, I guess they're probably doing it like that so people don't go crazy making different like email accounts and doing false votes. So yeah, we have 3 more days for the first cuts, and then we go on to round 2. All right. Thank you very much, guys. You're awesome. Alrighty. Christina Aries. Christina, you're an Aries. Will the person you're thinking about and you end up together? Do you see my message on... Oh, so you super chatted? That's a question you're wanting for it? Okay. Cool. I'll write it down right now. Your question was Aries. Are you two going to end up together? Are you two ending up together? Ending up together. Okay. Got your question. All right. Yes, also, if you guys can double tap the screen, it really helped me out a lot. I know it can be easy to forget. They need to put like a button or something that's easier for you guys to see. But if you could double tap the screen, it would help me out a lot. All right. Scrolling back up some. Okay, Amy Bassett. You would like to know, will you meet someone from your past? Okay, are you going to meet someone from your past? Does it show the potential of being together? Somebody that wasn't balanced within their masculine and feminine energy when they last met, and then a bunch just fell to the ground. Let's see which ones those were. Don't go under there. Don't go under my rug. Okay. Come on now. All right, got that. It was 3 cards. So promote that higher timeline, the willpower, the post-fight. Yeah, you guys are going to definitely have more time together. Okay, I do see that separation for further growth. But when cards fall to the ground, they're even more like, it's like, this is foundation. This is happening right now. So this is something where you're in that 𝗟𝗏𝗧𝗏 collective I've been talking about. If you've heard that resolution, everything coming together, not saying everything perfect, but everything aligning to come together in that moment. Yeah. What time is it? 5:25. All right. Couple more. Hey, Elizabeth. So the only way you can get a general reading is if you super chat or if you are a member of the exclusive team, the membership exclusive team. So if you're interested in a general, just please go ahead and either choose to super chat or join the team. Otherwise, if you're here for the free question, please make sure to ask a yes/no question. All right. All right. You're making me crazy. I see that you, okay, so you're making me crazy. I see that you super chatted. Thank you for that. But I see you're also asking a different question here. So the only way you can get more than one question answered today is if it's super chatting. Everybody is eligible for one question. Now, if you do choose to super chat more than one question, that is a different story. But I also ask you to use your discernment with that, because I've had people abuse that in the past where they just start sending me 99 cents and asking a question after a question after a question. And it's like, let's just let's just use some discernment. But I completely understand if you only want to super chat once, just know that it's one question per day. No matter if you are a subscriber, a free person, the only way would be super chatting, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I answer the question, because this is probably the more important one that you put on the super chat. All right. Absolutely. Got you. Okay, Samana, you're an Aquarius. Is there any possibility of union with your Aquarius person, Asan? Okay. Is there anything we can do for you two? Do we see resolution? Spirit stating that right now they're not supporting you being together, but that does not mean there isn't something more that's going to stream. I see right now calm waters with what's going on in his life. He's a very, it's interesting. Being in his energy, does he like to skip rocks? I just keep feeling like I got a perfect rock. Y'all know, if you all skip rocks here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just a perfect smooth shape, and somebody that's really, is he like I just see somebody that's really good with like throwing things as well. So he could even be like a baseball player, etc. Never make anything fit. There's a lot of people here that are still in your collective, but this feels very specific enough to actually talk about it. This individual, they lost their support. They hit a dark place, didn't they? Were they like did they get in an accident where they weren't able to do sports anymore? Like there's something that feels like it was like they were in such a good place. I mean, like they were really good at whatever it is they did, and something stopped them and it put them into a deep depression. I see that there is resolution with this. There's going to come a time they ask for help. And you know what? Life's not perfect. A lot of people would tell you not to give this person another chance, but this does not come from malevolent will. This comes from somebody who has really self-sabotaged, yes, but they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt anybody. And when it's just that, like a person's like fucking lost and they're just self-destructing, and it does not come from a place of malevolent will, etc., those are the ones you don't give up on. This love is different. They don't have to understand. You guys know me. There's plenty of times I'm like, oh, I don't know about this one. This one may be something that's not deserving of your forward. I can tell you, my friend, I don't feel that with this one. I feel forward. I feel that this is something that you have been correct on holding faith to. Alrighty, so now we're going to start our first group of super chatters. What I will do is also go ahead. Let me scribble this out. That's cool. We got that done. We got that done. We got that done. All right, so before we start the first group of super chatters, I'm just going to start formulating the next group. All right, so the start of our next group of super chatters, oh, it actually looks like nobody else has super chatted since Christina. So we'll just let it flow then. All right, so I'm going to restate everybody's number on the super chat. So make sure you listen out for your name and your number so you know how far we are from giving you your reading. Number 1 is Sunny. Number 2 is JS. Number 3 is CJ Justine. Number 4 is Zoe. Number 5 is Jamaica. Number 6 is Maria. Number 7 is Alvin. Number 8 is Janisha. And number 9 is Christina. Okay? All right, scroll back up. Take a drink. Also, guys, we will have an after stream. So I have a new thing I'm going to try today. I've never done before. Normally, I get off of the YouTube stream. I take anywhere from like an hour to an hour and a half to decompress after my stream. And then I go on Twitch live. But I want to do something different, okay? I'm going to actually try to make it a complete continuous flow. I also, at the same time I stream on TikTok, at the same time I stream on Twitch playing video games, I also do on TikTok. But what I want to do is, soon as I get off of here, I'm going to go straight onto TikTok and Twitch live and give 30 minutes of free readings. So instead of there being this break, And then an hour, etc. after I get off of YouTube, I go onto another platform. It's actually just going to be one swift motion. So after I'm done here, I'll make sure before I click off with you guys, I'm already live on TikTok and Twitch. You can choose which either platform you want to go to, because I'm going to bounce back and forth throughout that. So if for the ones of you here are aware, at nighttime I always play video games, and then during the days and evenings, etc., I do tarot. That's my main course. And then let's call my video games like my side dishes. That's not my entree. So long story short, though, I want to do 30 minutes of free readings right at the beginning of the TikTok and Twitch gaming streams. So yeah, I'll talk more about it later. I just wanted to give you guys this moment to hear it first. All right. Number 1, Sunny. You would like to know. Does this channel hold you back? Channel and don't hold back. Let me get this. Okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying somebody's name is Chanel. What general energy does she need to know? Okay, well, there is a masculine that you're wanting to... You have... Spirit's very proud of you for balancing your own emotions. But they're letting me know there's not a masculine that's coming in. You've had a lot of faith, and you see him for his highest version of himself. But we cannot be or love people for who we think they one day can be. We have to accept and love them for who they are now. And use discernment from there if there's somebody that's worth going trials and tribulations through. And from what Spirit's telling me, my friend, this is not somebody that would go to the battlefield for you. When push comes to shove, this may be somebody that actually would throw you out the window. And I know that sounds intense, but that's the energy of it. Spirit's wanting you to know that you're masculine. You deserve somebody better than this. This isn't your masculine. All right. JS, you're wanting a general pull as well. General pull for you as well. Okay, so you're in hermit mode right now from a romantic separation. Somebody that's like, you want everything you can to meet halfway. You're doing all the growth you can. You want to know if they are. I do see somebody that's doing the work right beside you telepathically. I see somebody that's coming more into their own self-expression and love, taking their time. You are in separation for further growth, and I see that you're part of that 9-month collective I've been starting to channel in the past 2 days. You're not part of the June-July collective. You've heard me say that, where there's resolution, coming together, union, and even some brand new relationships in June-July. You're part of my 9-month collective, where there's something that's very, like, this has been a force in your life. It is not, the 9-month collective from now is not a new love forming. It is somebody that's been through the ringer with individuals. So continue to take it day by day. Okay. And remember, guys, we're only doing one more group of super chatters. And I will do last call for that group of super chatters. Let's say I have still 7. That will be very fast. I could do that like 15-20 minutes, and then I would do about at least 10 more minutes of free people. Okay, so I will do 11 p.m. Eastern time for me is when I'm going to do, that's going to be the final call for this group super chatters, for tonight's super chatters. Right now, it's currently 10:36 where I am. So right at 11, we're going to go ahead, and that's the cutoff for the super chatters who are guaranteed on today's live stream. Anybody else that super chats after 11 p.m. Eastern time is going to be promised to be the first people done on tomorrow's live stream, okay? All right. Let's go ahead, scroll back up, and do CJ. All right, CJ, you would like a general poll. Let's see what I got for you. Wow. Okay, so you're thinking something isn't coming in, but it's really been a divine intervention, and you have a study of an empathetic person who likes to take their time. It's definitely elegant. It's definitely charming. CJ, you're attracting in that new masculine now because you're releasing. You're realizing the more I battle my head with him, the more I allow him in. I'm stopping the fate. I am stopping the flow. I can feel it within myself when I let him go. Actually, how much energy I really actually have. And this is the key. You're correct. That feeling that you've started to receive that energy back, it's because you're no longer fighting the truth. All right, Zoe. Amos. You're a Pisces and you like to know, when am I meeting my match? When does Spirit show the next soul ties aligning into your life? It's not summertime. It's winter. Drastic end. There's not a balance right now. Whoever your masculine is breaking up with somebody right now. You haven't met each other yet. Then there has to be a full destruction before you two enter each other's life. They want you to know that this summer, this doesn't mean put yourself like in exile when it comes to love. Be open. Allow yourself to have experiences. Okay? Because there's plenty of people that you're going to learn things from that you need to experience before you're with your divine. But understand, I see for your masculine this summer is like self-work. He is somebody who, just like you, is very loyal, and just like you, he has very bad abandonment issues. And there's somebody that he had to leave, and he's facing, like right now, like imposter syndrome. He thinks he abandoned somebody, but he didn't. Long story short, for you, Spirit's definitely stating it's in the cards. There ain't no doubt about it. I'm seeing a lot of fruition in 2027. When I say that, I don't mean you're waiting to that point. I'm saying that we only got about, what, five and a half more months of this year, and then we're in 2026. I see 2026 being a year where you're really building a great foundation with this person. But 2027 being like that solid, like you've been together for a while. You know each other's patterns. You know that you have each other's back. Like 2027 being solid trust. 2025, this is waters. This is storms. 2026, it's the straightforward action. It's having more on the team, but still knowing there's a storm you have to go through together to be at the shore in 2027. Okay. All right, Jamaica. Your name's Danielle and you're a Leo. So you and a Taurus are on and off. Do I see this solidifying? Any advice? What does Spirit have about this connection? I see two people who really want to be there for each other, but both of you have flown away at different times, haven't you? See, there's an interesting dynamic because both of you are the runners and both of you are the chasers. This is a very karmic connection. Very karmic. I know you would probably rather hear something else, but I'm here for you. Okay? I sense somebody that's meant to be in your life as a mirror, but not this isn't a divine. This is not somebody where I see you being on each other's plane to your highest timeline. This is somebody who has helped you change introspection. They've helped you understand that line between real world and fantasy. They make you understand that you are the master of your timeline, but that does not mean others will just take your lead and follow. If they want to not see the resolution, you have to let go. Okay, this is something where I don't see a deep future in the cards, but I do see that you guys had a humongous purpose in each other's life. Maybe there's still a little bit of karma you're going through. There may be one or two more conversations, but something tells me soon enough you're going to feel like the time is over, and you're going to see that the pattern on both of you, and neither of you can really grow if you stay in each other's life. All right. Marina, you're a Cancer. You like a love reading. You said that you've been overthinking a lot and you need some clarity. Let's go ahead and give you a general pull. Yeah, you're definitely feeling lost because you're feeling like the deceit around you. Money is something you're starting to worry about. Last year, I heard that you were good at this time last year. You were doing great at this time last year. And it's not that you're doing horrible now, but there's been a drop. And you were like, I thought I was more prepared. Let me tell you something. Everybody thought they were more prepared. This is out of your control. There are things right now where it's about sticking together. It's about knowing that this too shall pass. Spirit wants you to know the money is formulating. Yeah, right now things are hard. And they're also helping you, not even like, I don't mean this in a way where like we're pointing outwards. They're helping you see what influences are going to keep you in this vibration of I can't trust anybody. There's a lot of your mind, let's put it this way. There's been a lot of your realization of abandonment issues. Also, that's came during this time when you're no longer able to financially kind of distract yourself. Everything's a balance in life. We need to reward, we need to replenish our soul just as much as nutrients, but at the same time, we need to save. And Spirit's definitely stating they're proud of you for not going outward and trying to distract yourself. Excuse me. Trying to distract yourself. But things are going to be looking up in the June-July collective for you as well regarding love and finances. All right, Alvin, you are number 7. All right, so you're in separation. What messages does Kay have for you at this point in time? Her message is do not take that silence as vain. Okay, silence, if you need to continuously talk to somebody every single day, I'm not saying you do, but if in relationships, if the person feels that they can't go into silence, it's like an equal, complete separation, there's a lack of trust, and not only in each other, but self-worth. Right now, I do see Spirit is still showing that there's a big focus right now with her is financial support of herself. There are just things that have changed that you're not even she doesn't feel that it's been appropriate to tell you. It's not anything to do with her like romantic life or anything like that, but there's been changes in her finances. There's been changes maybe in somewhat of a living arrangement or even her lifestyle. And I just see somebody right now where like this is not destruction, okay? You remember all the work you've done. You know, this person is going to reach out again. But every day is a surfboard. Just because yesterday was the right thing to reach out does not mean today it is. You're on the surfboard right now where before Spirit was acknowledging you to lean your body weight more forward, aka taking that masculine drive to go forward and just be assertive or confident. But then Spirit lets us know when we need to go backwards and become more stable and more like allowing things to flow to you. And that's the energy you're in right now. And Spirit says, you know, this can be about another week where you don't really hear from her, but you cannot take that as in vain. All right. All right. All right, Janisha. Thank you for becoming a member. Let's give you a law of attraction pool. You're feeling a lot of strength to reach out. Yeah, it's something where you just feel like you were a giving hand and you weren't getting back. But somebody else sees that within you. I mean, you got a lover. You have a secret admirer, or somebody that at least you could even still be talking to that wants to express more admiration. If you've been in separation with a love dynamic, etc., I do see somebody that feels like there's a misunderstanding. I feel like both of you think the other one left them on red. I'm hearing that they think that you opened up a message, a picture, an Instagram DM, some sorts, didn't respond, and you've been waiting for a text back from them. And in reality, it looks like for some reason both people think they were the ones left on red. And weird things have happened. Believe me, I've seen this a lot. Where there's just like sometimes messages don't even actually send to the other person, and they'll be like, "Why did you ghost me? What's going on?" They're like, "What the fuck? What do you mean? You ghosted me?" And they're like, "Huh?" And it turns out that one person's message didn't send, and they'll even like screenshot it and be like, "I sent you this message, and it shows on my end I did." Divine intervention does weird things, guys, but that's what I see for you. All right. So your law of attraction and love is high vibrational. All right. Now, Christina, number 9. Your question was, you're an Aries and you'd like to know, will you two end up getting together? Are you two going to end up being able to get together? I do see a masculine being able to look the other way. He's not ready yet. It's going to take a long time. I do see the ability for more to formulate. There is a lot of faith in today's collective readings. A lot of somebody understanding their own tendencies. But still a lot in the beginning parts as well. I do see that there is more to formulate between you two as well, but you are also part of that 9-month collective. And a lot of the theme I'm seeing with the masculines attached to this collective is releasing an addiction, whether that means alcohol, sex, some form of other substance, even a food addiction, etc. There is a sense of overcoming and receiving a lot of self-gratification for doing this, and it trickling into having the max strength to be a good partner, etc. Long story short, I do see that there's more between you two, but there's still going to be a time of realistic patience needed. Okay. That was it for the first group of super chatters, okay? So now I'm going to start formulating the second group. All right, so number 1 in the second group is Rick Shaw. All right. Number 2, Annie. Annie gifted 5 memberships, guys. If you got a free membership, thank Annie. It was from her. We'll get you that law of attraction pool. All right. Carice, you have been added. You are number 3. All right. Irie, you're number 4. Number 5 is Lori. Awesome. Right. See what time is it? 5:20. Okay. I'm going to give 15 more minutes, and that's going to be the last call for Super Chatters. So 11:05 p.m. 11:05 p.m. is going to be the last call for Super Chatters. 15 more minutes. And in this 15 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and do some free people. All right, so 15 minutes from now will be 11. Perfect. Free lives are resuming right now. Please make sure you put a yes/no question, your name, and your zodiac sign. All right. Jeff Hall, you're a Taurus, and you would like to know, is the person leaving you alone is the person that's leaving you alone doing what they need to better themselves? Is the person that is leaving you alone doing what they need to better themselves? I do see someone right now who, the rest of this summer, they're going to get on their own shoes. They're going to go into cycle repeats. But I see coming out of the summer there being a change. They're going to have an experience this summer that nothing that you can do would change. You know, there's something they have to go through that it's going to hurt them a lot. The pain I'm experiencing in this person's mind right now, it feels like betrayal in some sort. And this is something that when she goes through, it's going to be an ego death. And it's something I'm hearing completely has to do with another person. That has nothing to do with you. I do see that once this happens, there will be a realization and a shift into fall. She's going to start working on herself a lot more. Honored to help you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ruka Kulkarni, you're a Sagittarius, and you would like to know, are you going to start your own business? Are you going to start your own business? Yeah, you're having that tower moment for transformation. There's that insecurity. You absolutely are, but here's the thing. You're the only one that can get in the way of the fruition. You're going to get to a place where you hit a deep amount of success, and you're going to want to always one-up yourself, one-up yourself, one-up yourself, and you're going to burn yourself out. Spirit says, yes, it's always about challenging yourself and learning and growing. But don't think that once you hit one milestone, you instantly have to meet the next. There's already so much you have completed. Now, getting an LLC, making your brand, these are things that do have to start becoming a priority. But that vision, that reason for why you want to do this to begin with, the products or the type of services, etc., they're in your mind. They just have to be brought out here. A tool. You're a Taurus, and you would like to know, is the relationship with Musami, is it over? Let's see, is it over between those two individuals? I do see Spirit is promoting you guys to be able to go separate ways. There's a lot of inner beauty and a great amount of expression and emotions, and just as many highs, there were a lot of lows with you two. And it feels like a karmic connection. It feels like a false divine. We all have one. We all have a false divine. And they're a very important person in our process. They're considered more of a karmic connection that makes you like go through like an ego death. Both of you. And ego death doesn't mean like you something bad happens, or like it's like you're this cocky individual. Ego death is when it's like who you felt you're supposed to be for so like your whole existence, like shattering. Completely shattering. And it comes from these types of experiences. So Spirit's definitely wanting you to allow yourself time, feel your emotions, but it does look like your divine is in another body. All right. Go ahead, switch to Oracle for a second. Andrea, you're a Leo. You'd like to know, how will you do? So will you do well in your college classes this year? Are you going to do well in your college classes this year? Before I pull that, let me get an instant out. All right. All right, perfect. Oh. Are you going to... How are you going to do in your students? I feel a lot of paranoia out of you. You do not get enough sleep. You absolutely need to make sure you are balanced. You're an overworker. I see anything you put your mind to, you do great. You're probably someone that gets very, very good grades. But if you don't get like straight A's, etc., you think you failed. You don't see anybody else like that. It's yourself. It's what you hold yourself to. Spirit says you're going to do great. You need to remember, but if you don't get all A's, that does not mean you failed. Okay? There is definitely this sense of this semester, you need to make sure you're getting enough sleep. Being in your energy, I instantly feel tired. Instantly feel exhausted. And I'm just saying that intensity so you know. And this is how I help people. It's not just seeing what's going on in their life. I have to feel it. Because once I feel your emotions, I know what is your parasite versus actually what Spirit's showing me, what's going on. Okay. L3, thank you for going ahead and being a member. All right. You're a Taurus, and you like to know, is he still supposed to be in your life? Is he still supposed to be in your life? I see that Spirit is still saying there's physical investment. Yeah, he definitely is somebody that the story is not over yet. Let's see. Please make sure you guys are putting your zodiac along with that yes/no question, okay? C. Lewis, you're a Cancer, and you would like to know, is your connection complete? Has it finished its cycle? Has it finished its cycle? Self-control to understand the willpower to not. The ball is in their court to reach out to you. It's not over, but they want to say it this way, okay? You lost the battle because you're winning the war together. You may feel that right now, not being able to go through experiences, wondering what's going on in their life, wondering when they're coming back. That could be losing the war, all these little things. But overall, the health, what you're going to be able to bring to the table, the strength, you're winning the battle together, okay? So there's more. The story's not over, but absolutely you are not meant to reach out to them. You're just meant to be at peace with fate. Still, you can send telepathic messages, but understand and be reassured this will happen at the right time. Okay. Amanda, you're a Pisces. You like to know, is love coming in? Is love coming in for you? Organized structure. Still needed below the belt. You have been in a lot of emotionally and verbally abusive relationships. You would drop anything that was important for you to be there for somebody else. I almost feel that if you needed to go to work at the same time as one of your old partners and you are the one with the car, you would almost just be like, okay, I guess I'm calling out. I guess I'm not going in because you need the car more than me. When really, in reality, it was your car to begin with. And this person wasn't giving you this energy exchange to be deserving of that. Doesn't even try to work with you. I'm seeing that you need some time to still really teach yourself how to be your own healthy partner. I'm not saying love is not on the table, but I'm saying that you need a while of not focusing on romantic love. I know that's not what you want to hear. And in the most big brotherly, caring way possible, I don't care, because it's what you need to hear. This is what I know actually will bring you that masculine, that man you're deserving of, is not continuing to go back to this person or thinking that you're going to find a new person you're going to find a new type of person in the same place that you found love before. So if you've had to release a friend group, if you used to go to a certain place like a bar or etc., where you would frequent and see this person, you're starting to realize, I got to change my surroundings. There's a lot of ego death. There's a lot of healing that's going to be experienced this month. And that is not something, an ego death or destruction. This is transformation. That ego death is transformation. So continue with that. Rick Shaw, thank you for being part of the subscriber. Or I'm sorry, thank you for being a member, part of the exclusive membership team. Let's go ahead and give you your reading. You're a Taurus. Do you and Martin still have a chance to rebuild your relationship? Do you and Martin still have a chance to rebuild your relationship? Yes, you absolutely do. There is crossing the finish line this summer. I see you're both going to be able to, both of you look really good. I see both of you have been, it's not that you weren't in shape before, but there's just something more excellent about both of you, a different shine, a different glow. Maybe this is even, one of you was able to like release a toxic job, and just the weight of that off the shoulders changes everything. I see there's far much more for you guys to develop together. Just allow the expression to come at the right time. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and write down, this is last call. Last call for super chatters, everyone. Let's see. So we left off with Lori, and now number 6 is Natalie. All right, cool. As I let that last minute for super chatters, last call for super chatters roll through, I'll do my little promo ad right here for you guys. So, what we're going to talk about today actually is my apprenticeship program. If you guys didn't know, I have an apprenticeship program where I teach far beyond how to read tarot cards. Absolutely, a big part of it is divination, which means reading tarot cards like tools, and using tools to interpret messages from the ether, from the beyond, from past loved ones, etc. That's what divination means. Mediumship means speaking to dead people, speaking to people that's not from this plane of existence, okay? And then I also teach spiritual alchemy. Spiritual alchemy is transferring one pain, one energy into another. Everything in life is an exchange. Everything has a soul and everything has an energy. Spiritual alchemy helps blend those lines. I also, in this journey with my apprentices, help them connect to specific gods and goddesses that they feel called to. I have hundreds of lesson plans I have created. And my apprenticeship program, it's not that every single one of them follows the same exact routine. The beginning, like maybe the first 1 or 2, yeah, we go into an orientation type of vibe. I see what for you, I'll read out, this is what we do, what out of these are your center focuses, and that's what we're going to dive into. I have some apprentices that don't really care about reading tarot, so we focus more on all of the other practices. Then I have some who don't even care about connecting with gods and goddesses, so that's not even on the table for theirs. It's detailed to you, and you also receive a 2-hour session with me every single month. We deep dive for 2 hours into either a tarot teachings lesson and then another alchemy lesson, or whatever that person prefers to do. Long story short, if you're interested in joining the apprenticeship team, right now I'm accepting 2 more people. The way you schedule your interview, because you do go through an interview process to be one of my apprentices. So I make sure that we vibe, and I can see that the energy exchange will be reciprocated between both individual parties. That interview process you can schedule by visiting my website, offprintmint.com, and the same way that you would submit a reading request is the way that you do the apprenticeship. There's a contact form when you go to the homepage of my website, where you click on it, and then it's going to ask you to put in your name, your question, or your topic. So you would put apprenticeship interview, and then your email for me to get back to you, and then a brief message explaining to me why you want to join the membership team. Another thing that's really cool with it is every single month I release 2 tarot guidance videos on an ever-growing playlist that's only made for the apprentices and my tarot teaching students. The tarot teaching students is something that basically, if you're only wanting to learn tarot and you're not wanting anything else from me, you get access to those videos. But I don't want to confuse, that's something else to talk about. Long story short, the apprentices, they receive 2-hour monthly sessions with me, weekly communication, the deep dive into tarot teachings. We have a monthly also group session, where me, my tarot teaching students, and all of my other apprentices get together and have a group session where we just cleanse our cards, talk together, connect synchronicities, and a far amount more. If you're interested in learning anything else about the program, please don't hesitate to send me an email at contact@offprintment.com. Alrighty, that's what I got for that part. Let's see if anybody else added themselves to the super chatter list. All right, so we're on number 7 now. Okay, perfect. Number 7 is 𝗪𝗓𝗧. Number 8 is L3. And number 9 is butterfly effects. Right. All right, so that's it for the guaranteed super chatters for today's stream. If for any reason anybody else super chats after this point, you are guaranteed your answer on the next stream. So we'll scroll back up. Let's list out everybody's number. Listen to your name and your number. Number 1, Rickshaw. Number 2, Annie. Number 3, 𝗪𝗓𝗧. Number 4, Irie. Number 5, I can't understand my own handwriting there. 1 second. Irie? Lori. I don't know. I scribbled it out. It looked like I wrote it weird. Number 5 is Lori. Number 6 is Natalie. Number 7 is 𝗪𝗓𝗧. Number 8 is L3. And number 9 is butterfly effect. Okay. Scroll back up to Rick. All right, Rick. So we'll go ahead and I know I answered your question when you became a member, but I saw that you just became a member. So we're going to still count this as one question because that was your law of attraction pull as a thank you and a welcome into the membership club. So this is your actual general card pull. Okay. So right now you're feeling very supported. You feel seen. You feel heard. Even if romantic love isn't right now thrown in front of your face, the love, the way you feel that you're acknowledged and cared for from the universe, from other people, it's a breath of fresh air. You don't feel like you're this lone person anymore. And like you have to like hide back these emotions. You're seeing the strength. Spirit's definitely stating you have romantic love. Like it is flowing to your life. But your law of attraction, you're allowing yourself to see the snakes. You're also allowing yourself to see that the way stories are told can't be always understood. Okay, so this is coming down to trust issues. You used to trust unconditionally when you were younger. You learned very fast that a lot of people that you were supposed to trust unconditionally, you couldn't. And now that abandonment, which fear of being lied to is also tied in with abandonment issues, you're overcoming. I mean, this is great. Your general reading is to continue allowing the forces you are experiencing to do this positive influence on your life. All right, Annie. All right, let's get you that law of attraction card pull, Annie. All right, prize fighter. Small build. Okay, there's like a big release. I feel that there's just something where if it hasn't happened already, there's somebody in your life that you see every day physically that wants to help take away cloudiness. That's like, man, I'm starting to see things differently. I'm starting to see what you're talking about. I don't really know how I was kind of blinded to that. You have somebody that is really starting to hear you out. It's not going in one ear out the other. Whether this is a family member, it does feel more familial. But if you haven't been expressed this yet, somebody's about to come to you and be like, I'm noticing things differently now. And I'm sorry. They may not say it this exact way, but it's this energy. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Or I'm sorry that it took me so long to realize that your needs or your emotions or just you in general were being made to feel less important. It's interesting. It's good. Okay. 𝗧𝗧𝗪𝗧, you would like a general card pull. All right. Well, right now you're wondering if Spirit's stating you should continue. No. There's a partner that you're wondering if Spirit's stating you should give like another chance to. Send a message, break a no communication. Spirit's definitely saying no. It's a chasing feeling. This individual, they only want... I'm trying to find the right way to word this. Because it's not just you. I just see somebody that's I see somebody that mooches on people. Whether that's energy, money, time, food, a place to sleep. And you're deserving of better than this. And this doesn't come from a person that's just like, they haven't had the best upbringing in life, or they didn't get the best set of cards growing up. You know, this is somebody I feel, it kind of feels like they could have been well off. Maybe they got emotionally neglected at home. But, I mean, a lot of this just falls into manipulation. A lot of this falls into wanting to do bare minimum. And no matter how much you try to join your forces, be there for this person, encourage them, it's going to stay cloudy if this person does not want to do it for themselves. So there is definitely a romantic connection that Spirit's wanting you to state. They're not guiding you to take on that heavy weight of it. All right, number 4. Sarah, you're a Leo. How are things working out with the new man you've been seeing? He told me he's moving to Texas this fall. Okay. All right, I see that there are small details. It looks like currently they still plan on moving. It feels though like there may be a divine intervention about them actually going in fall, but it also feels like it may be sooner. This person actually is probably going to come to Texas sooner than fall. All right, Lori Balding. Let's go ahead and give you a general pull. Okay, there's something that you're not having right now a lot of divine trust in about timing. There's a person that you wonder if you are supposed to have more than a friendship. I do see a mutual attraction. I do see a friendship that started out as friends. Right before their eyes. They've already invested. So this is probably somebody that started out as a friend. And as soon as you started investing time of like being, there's something more there, they kind of ghosted you. They pulled back. They did things they never did. And you're wondering what's going on with this dynamic. I just see somebody who, they question their own ability to be a healthy partner. And they can realize that they project that onto others. Okay, Spirit's definitely stating that there's a connection, that more communication is needed. You definitely, right now, are also still being guided to know that being intimate probably wouldn't be best. No matter if you've been intimate together or not, or before, there's just a level of resetting and making that special, not something that is for distraction. Oh, jeez. All right, Natalie. You would like a general pull. And you'd like to know if that leads towards love. Honored to help you. So I see somebody past your boundaries, and you had to speak up. This could have been somebody that you saw the pattern. You were starting to talk to somebody, and you're like, I'm not dealing with that again. It was a tester. It's a trial run. See, Spirit will put us through trial runs, not for pass or fail, but to see if we're able to take on the next task. And you passed. You have a very balanced masculine coming in. Somebody that's one with their feminine and masculine nature. All right. Number 7, 𝗪𝗓𝗧. It looks like you did a second general question. All right. Got you. So we're going to do something separate than love life now. Let's go ahead and do career. What's going on in your career? So there's a fresh new start. You know, you've had a lot of divine intervention in life, in love, but also in career. You're not a person that normally leaves a job before having another one lined up. And in recent times, you know, you're like, why has it been so hard to either try to get an interview or even be heard or seen by my own career, my own job I'm already in? It feels like you're up for like a pay raise. And this has been blocked before, but it's not being blocked now. There's no need for her to defend her ground. She's going to receive it without asking. You're up for a pay raise soon. Somebody's going to realize that, like, I don't want to necessarily say like it's like you got skipped, but there's a certification, there's a test, etc. However this resonates with your specific job that you should have taken by now to automatically been able to get you like either more PTO, a new pay raise, a promoted position, a certification that makes it to where your bank account has more lucrative income. They want you to not have your defenses up. They want you with law of attraction to continue to know that you're literally calling this in by not saying it with your physical words. You don't need this vibration. You need this vibration. Okay, L3. You would like a general reading. Let's see what we got for you. All right, so right now you're feeling pretty disciplined. You're feeling pretty structured. There's a lot of self-realization right now. I mean, I hear your soul really being one with the masculine nature. You remember that's your willpower, your go-go attitude, self-composure. I really feel you being able to command a room to stay calm. Okay, right now, L3, the biggest focus for you is to still have that divine patience when it comes to love, but understand that it does look like the clouds when it comes to connecting to others, having a mental fog, even being able to get a correct amount of sleep. It's rising. All right. All right, 𝗧𝗓𝗡𝗧, butterfly effect. You're a Sagittarius and you're number 9. You'd like to know some career advice. Let's see what we got for you, some career advice. I definitely hear you can put your guard down. You're not needing to start at a fresh new place. Or if you've just started at a fresh new place, then this shows me this is somewhere you're going to stay for a while. You've received a job offer or currently just started a new job that really, like from the beginning, that they have your best interest. You know, make it break it for whatever type of company is the management. And make it or break it. Because if you got a management that you know has your back, you don't have to question, you don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to do one thing, my job's I'm going to get fired. You have an individual, you come in and it's like shoulders, the weight's off your shoulders. You're like, okay, I got a lead today that's got my back. Everything fucking changes in that store, that office, that warehouse, that project, that lab, whatever it is, everything, no matter what field it is, will change with great leadership. Spirit's wanting you to know you're either, as we speak, attracting in that new job opportunity, or if you've just recently got hired somewhere, had an interview, this is more than success. This brings success and value into your life. Alrighty. If you guys are also interested in receiving a personal reading with yours truly, you can go to my website, 𝗨𝗡𝗪𝗏.com. That is linked in my YouTube profile bio. Now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to actually transfer over to TikTok and Twitch. This is the first time I remember doing this. So normally I get off of my YouTube live. I give myself about like an hour, etc., to reset the energy. And then I go on TikTok and Twitch live at nighttime to play some video games. So the part that we're still doing that, but the part that's different is I now want to start that TikTok and Twitch live stream at night with 30 minutes of free tarot. And after that 30 minutes of free tarot, we instantly dive into the video games. So I'm going to also not log off of here until I'm live on Twitch, and we can have just a full entire transition over there. We'll see how this flows. We'll see how this vibes, and if this is what I'm going to continue doing. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, since there's a lot of energy in here, let me get my sage. Oh, let me get my Palo Santo, actually. Okay. All right. So we're going to light the Palo Santo, since we're going to a different platform. And then remember, guys, I'm about to go ahead and write down the super chatters as well. Since number 9 butterfly effect, and you guys will be the first ones answered on tomorrow's YouTube live stream. All right. Palo Santo helps clear negative energy. So it's great for, like, you know, like sage is awesome, but it, like white sage resets all energy. It's like thinking of, think about when you cleanse and sterilize, like equipments to go into a surgery. They clean everything with like rubbing alcohol. It's clean, it's pristine. There should be no good germs or bad germs in a sense there. It should be fucking clean. And that's when we are wanting to, in a spiritual sense, surgically cleanse our areas when you use sage. But if you're just wanting the negativity to go away, but all the positivity and etc. to stay, you want to use Palo Santo. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and write down those individuals who will be first on next stream. All right, so Krista, you became a member of the exclusive team. Thank you for that. You are going to get a general card pull on our next live stream. Fitzsimmons. All right, LOA. All right, number 2 tomorrow. I am Negan. And you would like a general pull. All right. Right, number 3. Number 3. There we go. They adore Maya. Okay, that's what it says. They adore Maya. You're number 3 tomorrow. And then I see you did 2. So I'm going to just put those together and make that one energy, but I'll make that one question like 2 cards, etc. So I'm combining both of those super chats into one, right? Perfect. Right, that looks like we're good with that. So I'm gonna go ahead now, pull up my TikTok live, exit out of that. Let's go ahead and pull up OBS. Level 1 gets priority reading or prioritized reading in lives, 2 extra videos every single week, 6 guided crystals, 2 guided Norse mythology gods or goddesses, 3 archangels to work with. I know I'm spitting a lot, but it's because a lot comes with it. 3 guided scents, essential oils, herbs, a bunch of stuff. That's all I could do off the top of my head. I'm gonna try to go on at 7:30 tomorrow, but I'll post on the stories and on the community tab once I know for sure the exact time. It depends on when my last personal readings ends that day. But I want to try to do 7:30, but most likely 7:30, 8 o'clock. All right. Thank y'all for your patience while I pull this up. Microphone not keeps doing this for my microphone. And now my camera's not loading up either. Why is it doing this? Of course it will do this right now. It never does this. Okay, let's see why it's saying that my webcam's not popped in. Have to exit out of this. Okay. Exit out of that. Okay. Let's see if that works. Logic, tech. Okay, the camera's working now. Now I just gotta figure out why that's not working. The camera's working, so that's one thing down. Okay, put this to the side. At least we got the camera working. Let's go ahead. Go to audio. Change the audio. Okay, device not connectable available. Open, let me pick it. Audio. Pick that. Microphone device. Testing, testing. Why to do that? Oh, why did it do that, dude? I'm sorry, guys. This is just doing a bunch of stuff it hasn't done before. Okay, I got that pulled up now. Save. Right, perfect. Let's make sure that the music is playing. Turn these on. Okay, that music is on, so that's good. All right, perfect. We're almost ready, guys. Thank you. Remember, this is my first time doing it like this. I'll make sure in the future I understand how to make the vibe go a lot smoother. Okay. All right, first we're going to go live on... Let's go here. Perfect. We're going to go live on Twitch. All right, I'm officially live on Twitch now, guys. That's Twitch at 𝗪𝗦𝗦𝗘 Official. You can get to that link by going to my profile bio. It's on there. Also, if you go onto my community tab, I made a post with the link there in the comments. Or if you choose to go on TikTok, I'm now preparing to go live on TikTok at the same time. Let's see. I'll put some music for them right now. Okay. We got that. Move this here. Dope. That looks good. And we got that up. All right, and then let's go ahead and like this too. All right. And there's my lighter. There we go. Also, guys, I do give away on the Twitch side. I give away one free entire reading. The 30 minutes in the beginning is just like a one yes/no question. But one person on the Twitch stream at the end wins an entire stream for me for free, which is basically like it's an email tarot reading where you pick one topic and I give you some pre-selected questions that you will be able to ask from. And then I go ahead and I email you back your reading with a picture of your spread so you can have visual representation. So if you're interested in that, also the live, after the live tarot part is done, I turn on that giveaway. All right, that looks good here. Perfect. Put this over here. All right, now let's go ahead and talk. What's up, TikTok? Or not, I mean, what's up, Twitch? Turn this music down now. Okay. I also want to put, let's get Microsoft Word up. Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word. This over here too. Let's back some Microsoft Word. I'm gonna put on my screen something that says free tarot readings. Free tarot readings till 12. For 30 minutes. Then gaming stream. What's after? All right. Let's make this big and bold. And then, can I use emojis on this too? That always looks better. Let's see, go here. Okay, take that. Live tarot and gaming. Tarot and gaming. Perfect. Tarot and gaming. Gaming. Oh, shoot. All right, perfect. So now we can go ahead and start TikTok live. All right. All right, we're now live on TikTok as well. So let's just give everybody a good moment to get wrapped up in there. What's up, Angel? What's up, Jelly B? How you guys doing today? All right, perfect. So now, guys, we're good to go. We're live on Twitch and we're live on TikTok. I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you guys at one of these platforms. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.